And America's getting involved for good reason.
Why? You start a war, you should finish it. You start a war, you finish it.
Edward, I think Iran
started the war.
Oh, okay. Iran attacked.
Wait, war? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I know. This is insane.
The level of started that.
Death to America. Think about it for a second.
Death to America.
Yeah, so
anybody could
that's
say
America.
that.
Who cares? So what?
What do you mean, who cares?
How many missiles did Hezbollah fire at Israel?
Who cares?
How many? You can criticize.
It's probably 99% were rockets.
Hezbollah is Iran.
Okay.
They attacked first. Iran attacked.
Oh, is that how you're doing it? Okay,
No,
okay.
no, why do I have
I
to
gotta
do it that
figure
way?
out the Zionist logic here. Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
Hezbollah is not Iran.
You have to twist logic.
Hezbollah is not Iran. You guys are in
Listen, you're going to
denial.
have to...
Hezbollah is a proxy of Iran.
Not just a proxy. They're literally part of the Iranian government. And they attacked Israel multiple
They're not a
times.
part of the Iranian
They're
community.
literally part of the Iranian government. Hezbollah sits in their parliament. Hezbollah is a part of the Iranian government. If you don't know that,
They have passports.
And then why do you have Hezbollah right there on the border with you and you're not attacking them?
we did attack them if they ever arm up or attack us.
But they're still there, so...
Yeah, but they don't have arms anymore, so we don't care.
What do you mean? The arms are underground?
We took them out underground. We did this way back.
Oh, you went underground?
We disabled them underground, yes.
How?
Remember just how we killed that, what's this guy, Nasrallah, who was like
I mean, this is
half
how
a
the
mile
tide
under
has
concrete.
changed. I mean, even the German Chancellor today has said Israel is doing the world's dirty work in Iran. I mean,
Doing the world a favor.
has come out and said this.
Well, I mean, the Germans would say that, of course. The Germans
Israel is saving the world.
Israel is saving the world.
Why are so hot on censoring everything that's coming out at the moment? Why are they arresting people that's filming? Why are they doing that? What's the reason?
Why are there Jews collaborating with
During
Iran from
wartime,
Israel?
you're
They
not
need to be arresting their own
Iranians
people for doing filming, filming the
first
missile
of all, the people
coming
who
from
are
Iran.
filming-
because that's for targeting, obviously. You guys are really stupid. It's for targeting.
No, but
Yes.
Iran has
The
satellites.
narrative to make themselves look good.
I beg your
Iran
pardon?
has satellites. They don't need people on the ground to show them anything.
No, the people
And
on
they
the ground are
have access to
confirmation.
Chinese
The satellites
and
are not
Russian
as precise.
intel.
Huh?
No, wait, hold on. They have access to both the Chinese and Russian satellite systems as well. So they don't need people on the ground. No, this is to control the narrative.
Incorrect.
And how about the people leading
And
up
what
to
you're
this?
saying is
How about for
absolutely
months?
foolish, Edward.
Norm, for months, every week you hear about multiple Jews being arrested in Israel for helping Iran, spying on
I think
Israel for
maybe they
Iran.
were too or something.
So maybe there's some anger, built up anger, resentment from the Jewish people in Israel for the way that their government is treating them
We're a
and
democracy. There are
representing
different
them.
opinions. Unlike your places, we
Yeah, well, their
democracy.
opinion is to help bring your regime down. That's pretty serious.
There's no
I think
such,
you
there
should,
is no regime. It's a parliamentary democracy. Look the word up.
Well, according to these, a bunch of these Jews that were arrested, they feel otherwise. They feel like it's
That is incorrect,
it's a
sir.
regime.
Now you're just lying.
Look. What she's
Every week I hear about it.
I'm a Jew.
You're lying.
What I'm about to say as a Jew, I need to go to
Oh, you're a Christian.
Like, you see what I mean? A Jew can say whatever they want. You see what I'm trying to say, Edward?
No, what are you
You know.
trying to say? What are you trying to say?
I'm trying
No, I
to
mean,
say
this
a
is
Jew can
norms.
say anything they want. This doesn't mean it's fact. If a Jew
Sure.
in Israel wants to go against Netanyahu and say that it's a regime, that doesn't mean it's a fact.
It's not a regime.
Put
Look
him
up the meaning of the
right
word
there.
regime.
Pico Jew right there accused me of being a Holocaust denier when I wasn't even talking about the Holocaust.
Up about this. I really did pinch your nerve, didn't I? Because
No,
I pointed it out that you were.
You pointed it out. Shut up, Boomaloo, shut up.
Listen, you've gone on about this for the last 5 days.
Because it is so ridiculous to even say when we weren't even talking about the Holocaust or anything like this.
It was quite simple in its analogy, and it got you hook, line, and
He didn't say it was an analogy. He said you are a Holocaust denier.
Yeah, well, the whole idea of it was...
Will you take it back? Will you take it back?
Right, let's go through the conversation again, shall we? Let's start where the conversation ended. Let's go. Go on. Well, how did it start that I called you a Holocaust denier?
Because I said I have questions about October 7th.
What questions do you have about October 7th?
I didn't say what they were.
No, you did. You questioned,
No, I didn't.
you questioned the filming about October the 7th. You questioned the rape. You questioned...
No, I didn't question.
You questioned the
I
killing of
said,
innocent people.
If they were innocent people that were killed, and if Hamas raped people, then I would call it out. That's exactly what I said. But then I said,
if on the basis that there's plenty of evidence showing that...
no, I don't believe...
You are denying the circumstances
No,
of the day.
I don't believe your evidence. That's the problem.
Okay. No,
I don't
problem is
believe
a lot
your
of people-
evidence.
What I said to you at that time was a lot of people who came out of the Second World War said exactly the same thing. And they,
No, that's not what I said.
Holocaust deniers.
You said, Edward,
This is
you
so
are a
easy,
Holocaust
Edward.
denier.
In their
This
face.
is so
You said I was a Holocaust denier. Are you taking it back now?
In its own turn, makes you a Holocaust denier.
Are you taking it back? Am I a Holocaust denier or not?
Please.
You're ridiculous. You are ridiculous. Your logic is ridiculous.
I'm not. No, it's not. It can't be ridiculous.
Because you know why? Because I'm not a Holocaust denier.
You're
So there you
a
go.
denier.
Boom, done.
You're a denier.
So your
of
logic
the
doesn't make sense.
You're a denier of the Holocaust that happened on the
I just
7th of
said-
October.
wait.
You are.
The Holocaust, I am not denying, and you cannot call October 7th a Holocaust.
Yes, you
You're
can.
not allowed. You're not allowed
Yes,
to do
you
that.
Can.
The
You
Jewish
can
people,
call it a Holocaust.
the Jewish
You
people can do that. Okay. The Holocaust refers to the World War II. That's it. Period. I know English. Go look at. Okay. Go. Pull up a dictionary.
Edward.
Boomaloo. Pull up a dictionary. You don't have to argue with me. Tell me if it says in there what it says in there what the Holocaust
Makes
is.
you a Holocaust denier. Makes you a Holocaust
I
denier.
am okay, but I can't be a Holocaust denier if I'm saying right now. I'm saying I believe the Holocaust happened in its entirety.
You are a Holocaust.
So you can't say I'm a Holocaust
You have
denier.
denied.
Period.
You have denied what has happened on the 7th of October on the basis of all the evidence that's there.
Actually, I didn't deny.
Question.
I didn't deny. I said I am waiting for this to be
You're
over.
questioning the evidence. You're questioning.
I'm allowed to. Unlike America, it's not against the law to question the evidence, like in Israel, where you could get up to 5 years in prison
The fact of the
for
matter
questioning the narrative.
Edward is talking about
Which is the law, by the way.
trial.
Passed in
Which
January.
you questioned the videos. You questioned the atrocities. You questioned the rape. You questioned the murders.
I did
That's
not
what you
question any of
That to
them.
me means that you are a denier.
I did not.
You
I
denied
said
all of it.
I am holding my opinion until I have as much facts as I can because of the propaganda that came out. I first condemned Hamas. Then all this stuff came out. Oh wait,
Killed.
this didn't happen. That didn't happen. So I said I'm waiting until I'm waiting until
For the last 2 years. For the last
It's
2
not
years,
over yet.
What you've done. You've
what?
questioned all of it.
I've done what? What do you mean?
That's
Okay.
the way you are. That's what Holocaust and
Okay. Let's say I did this. That does not mean I'm a Holocaust denier. And I'm saying, no, you can't label October 7th a Holocaust.
No, you haven't taken any of the evidence. You haven't ratified the evidence, and you haven't said that actually happened. You have not done that once.
Oh, I don't have all the evidence yet.
Yes, you do.
I won't have it until
On
after.
your telegrams, it's been on your feed. You've watched all
No,
the
that's
videos.
not all the
Now
evidence.
you
That's
have.
Israeli. That's Israeli evidence.
Okay, when will you have the evidence about anything? When? Tell us. After the
Archer,
trial?
when you graduate college,
After the trial? Okay.
you're in your freshman year. Congratulations.
Yeah. Do you know that till you have the answers, Gaza wouldn't be exist as a Muslim place?
I can't understand you. You're not speaking properly.
Gaza would be a Muslim place.
Слушайте, bye-bye, слушайте,
Bye bye.
слушайте, bye-bye,
Bye.
слушайте, bye-bye. Слушайте, bye-bye.
So I don't deny what happened on October 7th. Just for the record, I do not deny. I say I have questions.
Do you question?
No, I don't deny. I'm saying I will wait for my opinion when it comes to the rapes, for all this stuff, until the war is over, until Hamas, everything, and then that's when you'll see the truth coming out on both sides. That's what I said, and I said specifically, if Hamas has done this, then I will be the first to condemn them. That's exactly what I said to you, Pumu, and you called me a Holocaust denier.
Edward, the evidence is clear as daylight. The fact that you cannot see it for what it is shows that you are a denier.
Well, they're in denial.
No,
in
it doesn't.
general.
It doesn't
This
work
is
that
just
way.
one
No, you're
example
in
of the
denial.
denial that
Just
they're
wake up to the fact that you're in denial. You are in denial. The fact that you still have to put
Okay, whatever. It doesn't work that way, though.
It's crystal in your face.
No, it doesn't work that way.
That you
I won't take Israel's narrative only.
I didn't deny it. I said
I would take the
You could
Palestinians.
take Priscilla Patton's from the United Nations, who said there was clear evidence that there was rape. And
Okay.
you still deny that.
Okay, wait.
You still deny that.
There's also a UN report that says rape was not systemic, a systemic, or
It doesn't have
Hamas
to be
does not use
systemic,
rape as
It
a
doesn't
systemic
have to
tool.
be systemic.
No, you're the
If there was
idiot,
rape-
Pumalu,
if
because
there was rape,
you
there was
are
rape.
not willing.
Have
So wait,
to
they
be
raped.
If somebody's saying that they want to wait,
Was Nazi Germany
It doesn't have
Holocaust
to be
before,
systemic,
during,
Edward.
or after the end of it?
If there was rape,
During
there
or
was
after?
rape. It doesn't have to be systemic.
There wasn't a system of rape. It was just rape.
The fact that there was rape, there was rape. You don't.
Oh yeah, by who though?
Systemic
By who?
By who? The idea of like Palestinian.
By who? I don't know by who.
You see?
I mean,
There you go
yeah,
again. I don't know by
they're
who.
Palestinians.
I don't know by who.
Palestinians, was it Hamas? I don't know.
They don't
We
know
have to
what-
wait and
they
see.
don't know what Hamas is, so they call them Palestinians.
Yeah, because they think all of them, everybody's Hamas.
We do know what Hamas is actually.
Okay, what's Hamas? Then? How would you know? How would you know? How would you know who's a member of Hamas? Then, if you talk on.
Oh, so your question is who's a member?
How
Not
would
what
you
it is.
know? How would you know that that person is a member of Hamas? Tell me.
Okay, I'm gonna blow your mind now. You
What's
ready?
the process? What's the process?
Listen. By asking.
You know, I'll tell you
How
another
hard
thing.
was that?
Actually, I'll tell
You
you
see how stupid? Wait, now let's just finish the
Hold on
conversation.
one second. This is the interesting thing.
What a
Is that
retarded.
these guys who got caught, right?
So
doing what
what's
they
wrong
did,
with the statement,
who
Dave?
actually got interviewed
So,
who actually got interviewed by the military police on what happened, and it's all on video, and what they did to women, where they actually said that they had raped Jewish women, right? Because that's what they were told to do, systemic or not. It's all on video, it's all on tape, admitting to it, and you will still deny that, Edward. You'd still want to deny that, and he runs away.
Maybe he didn't see that. Well, the women say that he did it.
They've all seen it. They've all seen it, Norm. Come
I
on.
don't know.
They've all seen
They're in
it.
denial.
Let's
They
not
want
kid.
to claim a moral high ground, which they know very well that they can't claim. So they make false allegations and deny the facts right in front of their eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to call it out wherever it is. I swear, the guy's a denier, and he would be a Holocaust denier if he found himself in that position. Trust me, because that's what he is. That's what Holocaust deniers do. They can't believe the truth. You can't believe the truth, Edward.
Hello,
Run away
Rudy.
from the truth.
First, okay, I'm done with this. If I'm going to wait until this is over, then I will say Hamas,
There is even these.
and I'm allowed to do that. I'm allowed to do that.
You want, and
Even these guys.
yeah, so like I said,
We're
during the
gonna wait to see how many
Holocaust,
And you're
Germany, was it labelled a Holocaust or was it labelled
They
after?
admitted to being guilty. Edward, you still
Give me the
the fact
evidence.
that they were convicted, and they effectively admitted to the fact that they had performed rape on Jewish women. And you know that
They
because
admitted
you've
it on
seen it and
tape.
you've watched it.
They admitted it
It's
on
on tape. It's there. It's admitted. It is.
Funny, however, they won't
face up to the fact that they did it.
to
And they
wait
did
until
it.
after. They're refusing to do that. There's just zero respect.
So
We're going to
Yakov,
also wait to see how many
Wait,
are dead in Gaza.
Norm,
We'll
Norm,
wait
hold
till
on.
after it.
Norm, hold on. Yakov and Rody, if you guys wanted to chime in, you could feel free to chime in.
Yeah, but we're going to wait until after to see how many are dead in Gaza. Fair. We'll wait. We don't know how many.
I mean, genocide is.
No, we're going to wait.
Genocide is-
We're going to wait till the war's over before we say how many are dead in Gaza. I agree.
ICJ to determine.
And
whether
somebody asked the
there was
question, what was the Holocaust called during World War II?
Yeah, was it labelled a Holocaust during?
No,
the
it was
Nazi
called
Germany or
under
after?
several different things. I won't talk about what the Germans called it because we know that awful term.
I don't know
President
it.
and government
But you don't-
The
reports
question as to what it was called is
final
irrelevant.
solution.
The name of what it was
Oh,
is irrelevant.
okay, got it.
Okay.
Massacre of Jews, extermination, atrocities, the
Yeah.
annihilation of European
Yeah.
Jewry, the destruction of the Jews of
The
Europe.
same thing that
Those
the
are
Arab
terms
League
that
said
we
they were going to
use.
do
Jacob,
to
did
Israel
you
in
practice
1948.
7th of October a Holocaust?
The same
Wait,
thing
wait,
that the Arab League...
Norm, let Yakov land.
The same thing that the Arab League said
Yeah,
that...
you know, this
the
is
same
where
thing that the Arab League said they were going to do
talks,
on May 15,
Norm,
1948.
why are you blocking Yakov?
Stop interrupting. Nobody's blocking.
Yes, you
The
are.
the same thing that the Arab League said they would do to Israel on May 15th of 1948. Annihilate it entirely in a bloody massacre. That's genocide. That's what they said they tried to do May 15th, 1948. Same thing.
Ego.
Same thing that Hamas tried to do on October 7th.
Do not block anyone. If somebody block one, or he release, or he put himself down.
Yes.
Don't block anyone.
Nobody's
Yeah. Well, no. I'm saying let Yaakov talk if he wants to talk.
I just want to say, wait, Edward. Swifty, I saw out of the room just because he saw me out of his room. That's equal. If somebody saw me out from his room, I would throw him out from my room. Let's say I just want to explain why I saw Swifty from the room. Now you can keep on.
So the Arab League tried to continue the Holocaust on May 15th of 1948. And they said, we're going to annihilate them. We're going to do a bloody massacre. Complete destruction. That's what they said. Genocide. And
So they say that then, but then there's the IDF and Netanyahu and all these people. They've said similar things to the Palestinians. So it's not
I want to hear what did
or
who
genocide.
say. Tell me
When other
let's hear
people
what
say
they-
it, only when you want people to, when you want to listen to people,
No,
then it's a
I want to
genocide.
give you a
Is
fair
that what
hearing.
you're saying?
What did
That's called a double stand.
No, what did Netanyahu say? Please tell us here.
No, I said the IDF. There's so many. What's
What
your
did the IDF say?
What's your
No.
president's name? What's your president's name? Yeah? What's the name of the
What did
president?
the IDF say?
Herzog. What did he say? Isaac
No,
Herzog.
no, what's the president of Israel's name again?
His name is Isaac Herzog. What did he say?
Herzog.
Yeah, so he said there's no innocent people in Gaza. So he means everyone in Gaza deserves the punishment for the 7th of October.
So he did not say he wanted to commit a
He
Holocaust
said there's no
or
innocent people.
genocide.
So basically, they need to be punished. The Palestinians in Gaza need to be
He
punished.
didn't
There's
say
no
they need to be
innocent. There are no
punished, did he?
innocent people.
He
They're
didn't
all
say that they
criminals.
need to be punished, did he?
He was talking
Oh
in
my
context of the people weren't turning in Hamas, they weren't assisting in solving the solution. He did not say they should all be punished. There's a clear difference.
Or did he say that they should be annihilated?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure as someone like a leader or spokesperson of a country, they should say things very clearly.
You just
They shouldn't have to be interpreted from other people.
Right,
Hold on,
Percy.
Teddy,
Teddy,
hold
you
on.
just referenced the president's statement. My understanding is, was he didn't say therefore they should be eliminated.
What's the opposite of being innocent?
What else do you got?
Hold on, Ego.
What else do you have?
I just want to say something. Thing. It's not true. Herzog did not say there are no innocent people. He did not say it. It's a lie.
Let Ego
Herzog
talk.
did not say it.
Ego.
Let me,
Okay, Teddy, you're being challenged on the facts. Show us, Teddy.
I know.
Hold on, Norm. Let Ego talk. Ego.
That's all I should say. It's a lie. That's Herzog say
I
it.
think
Herzog did
Okay.
not say it.
Ego. Yesterday, you were cut off. Yesterday, you said.
In an interview, Herzog was interviewed by, I think it was an American or an English journalist, and I think he did say, look, when people were taking, this is the context that he said it. He said when our people were taken into Gaza, right, everybody was jubilant, everybody. Basically, and I think he did use the words, you see, there were no innocent people in Gaza. They
Don't
all
say it. No,
I have his
he did not
words.
say
I
it.
think he did.
I have his
invite
words.
you to bring the
On
the
October
link.
13th.
He did not say it.
Here, listen.
Ego, you're acting like you know.
I have
Herzog
his
is a
words.
moderated. He did
Ego.
not say it.
Yaakov has the quotes. Yaakov.
On October 13th, just a few days after October 7th, he said the following: "It's an entire nation out there that is responsible. It is not true. ... This rhetoric about civilians not aware, not involved, it's absolutely not true."
Right, because civilians came
I.e.
Naomi was in a civilian apartment.
What's
So
the
civilians
opposite?
are aiding and
What's the
abetting the genocide of.
So he's basically saying that all of the children and everything are involved in everything that happened on the 7th of October. That's basically what he said. Everyone knew about it.
Twist his words.
Everyone knew about it, but they should all be punished for it.
He never said that, though. You said that.
There was a father there who was a doctor. He had his children. The
Does
children
that
were
clear
around.
up the
Everybody was around
statement?
in the house.
Yeah, what do you think that statement means?
In the
Yeah.
house.
Yes, Yaakov. But we're still going to fight.
Jacob, if you read that statement, what do you think? What would you think it
How it
means?
goes.
Well, like if, for example, like the video where all of the people were surrounding the Jeep as it was coming in, where the poor woman who had blood around her crotch and on her elbows and her arms. Sorry about the dog. You know, there were a lot of people around there. So, like, would those people have done something to protect her, to bring her to safety, to call in the people? That's what he's referring to, is that people who weren't Hamas were protecting Hamas. So whether you can disagree or not about what the people's role is, he was describing what he saw.
But he's definitely generalizing a whole group of people.
It's really for the ICJ
2 million people, right? That's not very.
That's his
not very good language, is it?
Everyone has their
you
own
can't generalize.
opinion. There were a
It's
lot
for the ICJ to decide,
I didn't see a lot of people. There were a lot of people jumping up and down and screaming and chanting and very, 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 very happy. And you have to understand that the emotions in Israel. Hold on. The emotions in Israel. Can I finish? The emotions in Israel were very
When
raw.
somebody goes and does a suicide bombing,
Romulo,
what usually happens
let
is
Yaakov
they go and
finish.
hand out sweets.
Let Yaakov finish.
Less
They're
than
gonna have that
7
sweet.
days from that event, when people saw people jubilant over, you know, bringing in dead bodies and people who were barely
Naked
walking.
women.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that. I mean, you can understand that the president of a country could, you know, feel just terrible about this situation. He didn't say they all need to die then. He's just saying, the quote stands on itself.
The society is being gripped by some sort of
So Yaakov, when it comes to Netanyahu and others behind a plan to move Palestinians out of Gaza, to relocate them.
Which ones? I mean,
All of
80% of them are not from there.
All of them. So 80% of them, let's say. Okay, then 80% of them.
80% of them are not there.
Okay.
They call themselves refugees. If they're refugees, that means they're not from there, obviously.
That is why the Palestinian, South Africa will win the ICJ
You
case.
started to say.
I don't think so.
Netanyahu
I don't think so.
No, I'll ask you later.
Yeah.
Later.
That's the question.
He said if Netanyahu wants to move, say, the people who are not from Gaza to a safer area, is that ethnic cleansing? I don't see how it could be ethnic
Well,
cleansing if they're not from
52%.
there.
There was a survey.
Almost,
52%
I have
of
to
us
get off for
wanted
a few
to
minutes.
They want to leave. They said they do.
Whatever.
You can
I have
go.
to-
Why are you keeping them prisoner in a war zone?
I don't know. I haven't heard him for a while.
Edward, if you want to go, you can go. You don't have to announce to everybody that you got to go.
Yeah, it's not LaGuardia here. We don't have to announce your departure.
I just want to say that the one who said there are no innocents in Gaza was a Knesset member, far-right Knesset member by the name Nissim Boturi, not Herzog.
Yeah, no, he said something similar. He said something
No,
similar.
not similar. It's something.
It's not exact. No one's saying it's.
It's very far, I think, but I don't think.
Yeah.
The way that they lie and get facts wrong is just unbelievable to me. And they just don't care. Just move on to the next slide. It's just unbelievable. It's sadistic. It's the only word for it.
No, it looks like the US is actually going to strike Iran.
Who is?
The US.
What
Trump wants to
information
join
did you
the
get?
party.
Yeah, he's just came through on Sky News. It says Israel-Iran live. Trump considering US strike on Iran.
Can I just give me, who was the one before saying that they don't know if rape happened? Was that Edward?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just disgusting.
I just find it to be very disingenuous because if you look at information when the UN went there to check to see what was going on, they came out on writing that there was sexual assault going on there. So if you
Yeah,
don't
this
even
was
look,
Priscilla Patton.
if you don't look at that information, you don't do your research, and you come into a room with Jews in here and say, "Oh yeah, I don't know if your woman got raped," without looking at the information, it just shows you're here in bad faith.
Yeah, obviously, but that's the narrative. The narrative is bad faith to try and pull a story to.
Hey, who said that? Who said that?
You said it. You
are such a liar. I knew. I was on the phone call this, and I knew you tried to put through a narrative that I didn't say.
Somebody else came in and heard you say that, Edward.
No, they didn't hear me say that.
Yes, they did.
Nobody heard me say that. I don't believe that rape took place. No one heard me say that.
Edward, you said that according to the Israelis, you said we don't about the rape thing.
According to the Israelis, what?
You said it's only according to the Israelis that there's rape. That's what you said.
No. So you weren't here for the whole thing, and that's the issue.
Sorry if I misunderstood.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No. I'm saying I am. If Hamas raped anybody, I will be the first to condemn them. Right now, because of all the propaganda on both sides, I am waiting until this whole thing is over, when I get all the evidence, everything, and then I will decide.
Fine. So what I said still stands. Have you looked into the UN report?
No, it doesn't stand. What you said, it does not stand. I don't have to look into your sources.
It's a fucking narrative that they.
I don't have to. It's not a narrative. If it's a narrative, I would be speaking on it as a narrative.
You'll pick apart. This is what a Holocaust denier does. You'll pick apart the story until
I didn't pick apart the story.
Until the day you die. Until the day.
How do you know? How do you know?
Never. Because I know you. I know you.
No, you don't know me. You don't know me. You don't know.
You're a typical David Miller. Trust me. We know your
type. Okay.
Your type.
Okay.
So you don't have to come up here and try and justify the fact that there was no rape. We know all well there was rape. Okay?
You're making things up now, and I'm not going to entertain it. I'm not going to entertain it. You're an idiot.
The fact that there's evidence in your.
I am denying that I do not believe fully Israel's evidence. Nobody does. That's just a fact. Because Israel decided to come up with an immense amount of propaganda at the beginning of October 7th.
What did I just say? I said it wasn't Israel. The UN said it. Why do you keep saying that?
A UN came out with multiple reports. One of them was that there wasn't systemic rape conducted by Hamas.
We're not talking about systemic rape. We're talking about rape.
There was
systemic out of our head.
I am going to wait. That's it. And you're going to have to deal with it. I will wait.
Listen, I've dealt with it. I know what I'm dealing with.
Would a survivor interview count in the Times of Israel?
Nope. Because I read the New York Times articles too, where they had to retract a quote survivor of rape.
Has this quote been retracted?
Who? In the New York Times?
No, the Times of Israel article, 24th of July, 2024.
No, listen, I've read everything that the Times of Israel, and I don't think I missed anything. I may have.
Pin you to the ground, you tried to resist, they take off your clothes, laugh at you, humiliate you, spit at you. They touch your private parts, they rape you. There is a circle, people laugh, and you don't know what to do in the moment.
Sounds like a fantasy.
Resist or let it pass, how to deal with the
Sounds like a
situation.
fantasy.
There was a very difficult rape. At some point, more people arrived and called for them, and so they had to stop. Added the man who was identified with Hebrew letters because they don't want to identify him by name. Hebrew initials Dalet. It's a very tough moment. Weakness in the entire body. As if your blood is cheap. They were wildly intoxicated, celebrating, laughing with their pistols, with their knives. You disassociate yourself from the situation, but on the other hand, experience it very strongly. Very difficult, he said. Asked how he was coping with the experience, Dalet replied, "It wasn't simply in the beginning. I was very closed off." He also reported an excessive fixation on cleanliness in the aftermath of the attack. Quote, a lot of showers to get all that energy off me, everything that happened.
God. Okay, Jakob, I don't know why you're reading this.
That sounds like a rape survivor. I mean,
it sounds like a made-up story to me.
You see, you sound like a denier. You're just a denier. That's it.
I mean, it sounds like a very cliche story, actually. Very cliche. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong.
Just be open-minded.
Yes, I am. That's what I'm saying. I'm being open-minded. I'm waiting until this thing is over. Now, am I denying rape? Okay, wait. I'll make this clear. I am not denying that rape occurred. I'm not denying this at all. I don't know if it was Hamas or not. I think it was a different group that went in after Hamas. That's what I think.
What difference does it make whether it was Hamas or not? What
okay. So all you want me to say is that I believe rape occurred and people were raped? Then yes. Then I believe that. Yes, then I believe this. Yes.
Okay, fine. We're getting somewhere.
There was a separate report.
It took you how long? 2 years?
Of 4 survivors talking about their issue. This is Times of Israel, July 26, 2024.
Jakob, you don't have to read it.
I'm not. I'm just saying then there's 4 more. I mean, this is not like...
I just said I do believe rape occurred.
Okay.
So if that's Pumalu's issue, and I did make that clear to you, Pumalu, the other day when we talked. So don't act like that this is news to you.
No, you certainly did not.
I absolutely did, and I told you. I said I have questions about if Hamas raped or not. If this, and I said I think there was another group involved. I went through the whole thing. What are you talking about? The whole thing with you.
It through and through.
I did not deny it.
You got caught
I
with
did
your
not
pants
deny
down, mate. You got caught with your pants down. That's why you come out and admitted it now.
So you're ridiculous. You're ridiculous.
You're ridiculous. In fact,
I never denied rape.
Your arguments in relation to this, I'll pick them all apart, one by one, to show you how much of a denier.
No, you won't. No, you won't. You're not. You're not smart enough.
Denied the whole. Yes, I am. Believe you me. And
I did not deny the Holocaust. Listen to this guy. I denied the Holocaust. Okay, here we go. I believe the Holocaust happened.
The 7th
Period.
of October, you have denied through and through.
You can't call the 7th of October a Holocaust. You don't have that right.
You're not listening to me, Edward. You're not listening to me. You have picked apart the 7th of October through and through, from rape to executions to the innocents being killed. The whole way through, you've picked it apart every single way you can to try and deny the fact that it even happened.
That is not true.
In the beginning,
how it happened is what I contest. Not
Edward, let me ask you a question. Edward, let me ask you a question. What do you think you gained by saying, by like admitting that there were rapes, but denying that it was Hamas? What do you gain?
I didn't. Caleb, you're lying. You're lying, and you're supposed to be a rabbi. I never said I'm denying that it's Hamas. I said I will reserve my opinion if it was Hamas.
Dude, you just, I'm repeating what you just said.
You are a liar. That's not what I said.
3 minutes ago.
You're lying.
That's exactly what. Excuse me, Edward.
You are a rabbi and you are lying. You're shame on you.
So let's see if everybody else heard what I heard. Let's see if everyone.
They're all Zionists. Of course they heard what you heard.
Edward. You're smarter than this, okay? And I know that you remember what you said. Here's what I heard you say. Yes, there were rapes. I don't think it was Hamas, and we'll see when it's over, when the investigations are.
That's what I
Okay, so fuck you. So fuck you for calling me a liar. You
No. Well,
I heard you correctly. So fucking calm yourself. And stop being so goddamn defensive when somebody actually
You're the one being
listens.
defensive right now, Caleb. Shut up. And don't worry about what I think. I have the right.
I quoted you. Did I quote you accurately? Did I quote you accurately? Did I paraphrase back to you your position?
The first time you did not. You did not.
You, dude. So let me ask you again.
I'm not dumb.
Let me ask you again. What do you gain from such a position? What do you think that do you think that makes you some kind of ethical, moral, high standing something? What do you think you get from a position like that?
I don't owe you anything about what I get from any of my positions.
I'm asking you your opinion, goddamn asshole.
Listen, you piece of
that's what you're gonna get from a denier, Caleb, all the way through.
I mean, honestly, I'm happy to talk. I'm happy to talk to Edward. He's an intelligent enough guy, but if he's gonna be like that,
he's been like that for.
If he's gonna put out a position and then say, I'm not gonna talk about my position, that's sorry.
Caleb, we've been in this long enough to know that this is what these guys do. For the last 2 years, that's exactly what he's done, all the time, all the way through.
But
now it's time to catch him out.
But what happened was, Cully, this is what's going on. For the past 15 minutes, I kept hearing him say that it's very possible that there were rapes, and I don't think it's propaganda. But he said that until I hear from a source that's not Israeli, I'm not going to say anything. This is what he said. The second I started bringing down the UN, and I put this in my profile, that's when he started going and shifting his goal and saying, no, I believe it was rape. I don't know if it was Hamas. That's basically what happened. Where did everyone go?
Nobody removed from the room. As I told you, you can curse, you can argument. Nobody removed him, not Edward and not anyone.
Why did everyone go down?
I put both of them down because they remove Edward.
Oh.
None of them remove Edward.
Oh, okay, that's what. Okay.
Nobody removed
No,
anyone. You can curse but try to
His
remove.
owner
remove
was talking to him, and he left Amos because he was cornered.
He left or you removed it?
No, he left. We didn't remove him. He left. He got cornered. He got found out. All right. At the end of the day,
that's
he's
a
been
lie.
for the
That's a
last
lie.
2 years on this house.
They removed his badge.
We did not remove him. Nobody
And they
removed him.
removed his badge and they sent him to the goop. They sent him
No.
to the audience. And
Nobody
then he
removed
left.
him. Nobody removed him.
No, you guys removed his mod badge. I saw it. And then you sent him down.
I never removed him.
And then he
I
left.
never moved him down.
I saw the play.
What did Caliph say?
You're removing people.
Caliph put him in the audience. Caliph put him in the audience, and then he left on his own.
Yeah, okay, then Caliph put him on the audience. That was not nice. Nobody put the argument with him. He don't put him down. And I didn't give not Caleb and not you and not even Edward. I don't know who give all these moderators. It was when I was not in the room. I give Chucky a moderator and he gave everyone. I come back, it was a full room. I didn't want to get involved. But when you put Edward down, it was too much for me.
Personally, I don't know why we're still arguing with these people anymore. It's ridiculous. I think we should probably move to the Iran conflict.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
The reason why I came up, to be honest with you, Aquarius, is because I called him out on it the other night, and I pulled him up on it, and he's had a problem with it for the last 5 days. He keeps on bringing it back up. Oh, you called me a Holocaust tonight. You called me a Holocaust tonight. I said no. I called you out for continuing to deny what happened on the 7th of October.
Yeah. The problem with him is he sounds very logical and very caring and wants to know the truth, and then you hear what he says and you're like, wait, this is not the guy that I'm talking to.
But this is the narrative. This is what they spin. This is how they try and manipulate the whole story. This whole thing has come about by complete manipulation. I mean, this is how they act and behave. So, they sell the story as if you're going to believe it. It's kind of the PR is so good that you'll end up believing the bullshit. And that's why you fall for it.
The hatred is so strong.
Reality.
Hatred is so strong for Israel is that even they're fighting against Iran, which nobody likes, right? None of the Arab countries like them, but still, since it's Israel going against them, they're siding with the Ayatollah, which is, it just shows, that's all they care about, Israel.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll always call it out wherever I can. Sick and twisted, but, you got to fight the fight. I couldn't care less what people think.
I open this room for coexistence. Understand? I don't think you know what. Come and talk to me. This room is open to everybody. And if somebody cares a little bit or argument, but nobody put anyone down, I'm the only one. And the only one I saw out of the room is Swifty, just because he saw me out from his room. The only reason I saw people from the room. This room is open for everybody. Also for Jack. Jack, the moderator in my room. Yeah, amazing. I didn't give you the moderator, but I like you. So you can stay as a moderator, Jack. See? I don't know who gave you the moderator.
I don't know either. I don't know how I got this.
Amazing. I was not in the room. I have never talked to Pepe. Pepe,
Hello.
speak. How are you, Pepe?
Good, how are you?
I'm fine. I see you a lot in the rooms, but you've never speak in my room.
I've spoken in your room a few times.
I don't remember.
Come on, man.
When I was in the room, you sure?
It's good to see you, man. Well, I've been listening to all of the intelligent people speak about the topic. I've listened to the others too, and just give you all my opinion for whatever it's worth. I like the United States being the world's policeman. I like the fact that the United States can strike anybody anywhere in the world within 19 hours. Now, does that mean that I want to take over a government? No. But I like to know that we have satellites a couple of 100 miles up that can read the time off somebody's watch on the other side of the world. I like to know, hopefully, although there is some corruption anywhere, including the United States, that with the United States having eyes and ears and CIA operatives around the world, it makes our American soil just a little bit safer. Of course, the old adage is that if you want to be safer, you're always going to have to give up a little bit of your freedom. But I will land it here. For anybody who says, I want to stop funding this, or we shouldn't pay any money to this, I like paying money, although I don't know how much, to make sure that we have our eyes and ears on the rest of the world, because I like America being the world's policeman. Thank you, Sig.
No one.
Here's what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna do it.
DJ fucking course, nigga.
Okay, we appreciate your side. Thank you for your contribution. All right, so we're gonna do it in the style of JB. Issa, welcome to the stage. What's going on? Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Israel versus Palestine, justified or just overkill? You got.
Issa. Palestine, not Iran?
Issa, you got the mic.
Oh, I already said. I already went for Keegan. I wanted to.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, sorry.
It's okay.
I stepped away from my phone for a little bit. Ludwig, what's going on, bro? Welcome, man.
What is up, man?
Israel versus Palestine, justified or just overkill?
Israel versus Philistine.
It's Israel and Palestine.
He said Israel.
No, he said Israel. You have a lot of trouble. Do you speak any English? What language do you speak?
No, it's just a fact.
All right. Let's let the man give.
I'm with you. It's it's definitely genocide. I'll just leave it there.
Okay, which part is the genocide? Which part is
your mom's left?
Hold on, guys. We're gonna run through the stage first. We're gonna get to the new speakers, and then we'll open it up popcorn. Hermes, welcome. I don't think I heard from you, man. Welcome to the stage. Israel versus Palestine, justified or just
overkill?
And why is that, sir?
Well, the war was won a long time ago. I remember, a year ago almost, something like that. I went into a room and based on what I saw on TV, I'll never forget. Norma was in there, and I said, "Man, you guys won the war. Great. Now let's rebuild Gaza, right?"
So we got our hostages back?
They're dead.
I don't think so.
Guys,
but the war was won. It was clearly won.
Right. We have to have the hostages back. That's how you win.
Norm. Okay. Bro, just we're going through the stage. Let everybody get off the chest first. Just chill.
Well, that's funny you say that, Norm, because that's exactly what you said to me. You said, "No, not yet. We got to get the hostages back." I remember you said that.
Fair enough. So it's not over.
All right, so Thug, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stage. Israel versus Palestine, justified or just overkill? Thug going once, going twice. All right, Amin, welcome to the stage. Israel versus Palestine, justified or just over? What the hell? I guess nobody's by their phones, huh? Can you guys hear me? Am I coming through?
100%.
Yeah, loud and clear.
What?
Okay,
It's loud and bloody clear. Listen, I say overkill. I'll give you the reason why it's overkill as well. They already have the Iron Dome. You got a whole building. Listen, why can't they just leave Gaza alone? Why can't they just leave the West Bank alone? Why do they need to put their settlements in there? Like, if we're really going to have a conversation, Can we really have the main point part of it, or we just gonna ignore shit? We're gonna say overkill for no reason. Like, when you're overkilling, of course we're overkilling. They're overkilling the whole state. They're saying no recognition. They're making it no recognized. They're making it like a Swiss. Yeah? They're making it like, they said Geneva. Fuck Geneva. We're making it look like Swiss.
Okay, I don't know what she's trying to say.
You guys,
Is that Swiss chocolate or Swiss cheese?
you said guys, and you said Israel, said Palestine. One second.
All right, hold on.
One second.
Suad,
You said have hostage. You said guys, you have hostage in Palestine. What about Israel? How many hostages? How many hostage Palestine you have in Israel?
Sure.
Not one. Wow, not one.
Not one ever.
Not one. Are you dreaming? How many release? How many release hostages you have sent out?
Not one ever.
Come on, guys.
El Nomo, we did it 1,000 times. Like it's
no
boring.
more.
It's like,
Come on, stop lying. You've killed and you still have hostage. What do you mean no more? How many hostages you still have? Come on, guys. Don't lie with this.
Okay,
They're still raping.
Let me work with you for a second.
Babies. You know the thing is,
Hang on. Wait, I want to answer the previous guy. One at a time. Sir, what is the name of the hostage that Israel is holding? Please tell us. Tell the room.
What is the name of the hostage? What's the name of all the babies you killed? Tell me. What stupid question you're asking? What stupid question you're asking? You're not going to name every single person taking a side? Come on, man. You're asking a stupid question. Come on, tell me.
You guys gotta exercise better mic etiquette. W. So he asked you a question. What's the name of the hostages?
Again, you can. That's a stupid question. Why is a stupid question? Because the innocent babies and women you're killing. You're gonna name every single woman. Of course, you're not gonna name every single woman. And also, listen. Let me land my point.
But
you're telling me how many hostage you had before? Tell me now.
They have none, but that's the reason why they can remember it. Think about it, that's the reason why they often you remember you.
So either Israel's holding hostages or not. If so, tell us who they're holding.
Of course they are, but we're not the parents. But I can tell you who the parents are.
Tell us who the parents are.
I can post
you can't say, right? So you just answer with a question because you want to avoid the truth.
No.
Tell us the truth. Tell us the truth.
You know you're doing that. That's within your own. That's within your own industry. Listen, are you lying to me that you're telling me you've never seen a Palestinian person go through your own prison system?
So we keep it moving. So
Is that what you're telling me?
Suad. Goddamn woman, shit. So you said you know the parents. Can you name the parents then? Do you know these people?
Okay, I'll tell you Abdi. I can tell you Abdi, is like literally he lived. Not even in Gaza, he lived by next door. He was a little kid, right? He threw a stone. You know what they did to him? They picked him up. His parents can't find him. What happened to Abdi?
Okay. So what's his name? Let's write it down. We'll look it up.
Abdul, what's his surname?
10 years old.
What's his surname?
What's his last name?
10 years old.
What's his last
name?
What do you mean? Abdul Ibrahim. I'll give it to you. Abdul Ibrahim. Yeah.
Okay,
Go on, you spell like wherever you want, because you feel like, AI. You got the AI, you got face recognition, everything.
Hang on, I want to put this for you. Which his name is Abdul Ibrahim, right?
Yeah, Abdul Ibrahim. 10 years old.
When was he
10 years old. All he did was that he literally picked up a stone.
Which village is he from? Which village?
What village? I already told you, Jerusalem. I'm not going to
Jerusalem.
I'm going straight for Jerusalem.
Okay, and he was picked up for throwing stones at Israelis?
A stone.
A stone. He's picked up for throwing stones at a
A
car.
stone. He picked up a stone.
A stone. And he threw it at an Israeli? A car?
He doesn't have to throw it. He just picked it up. He just has to imitate it.
Your claim is he picked it up.
That was the biggest weapon. And they picked him up and they took him.
Okay. All right. And you saw an article about this or something?
Do I have to read it? Now you want me to go ahead and read that article. You asked me for whatever. You asked me for the name. I gave you a name. You said what?
So
I'll look it up.
Yeah, here's what
when did this happen?
Okay, so Suad, if you got a link to the article, post it in the chat. All right.
Well, when did this happen, Suad?
Hold on. No.
Okay.
She's going to post a link in the chat. You guys got the name, so you guys do your research, and then we can come back to it. But there's some new people on the stage. Lucifer and Doc Adams. What's going on, Dr. Adams? What's up, Lucifer? Lucifer, so Israel versus Palestine, justified or just overkill, man?
Totally justified, bro. Totally justified.
Okay.
But I'm still... right. Totally justified. But I want more. We want more. We Indians want more. We want Palestine. The reason I'm calling them Palestine is because that's why I have always been calling them Palestine. Palestine and Gaza should be raised off the map. You're doing a good job. Keep doing it.
You're allowing him to talk the way he is, yeah? Please, don't forget, I can speak of whatever I say.
Suad, if you don't shut the fuck up, woman, I'm gonna throw you back down in the kitchen. Shut the fuck up, Jesus Christ. So when you say that, you said they need to be wiped off the map, is that what you said?
Yes. Anyone supporting terrorism, anyone supporting terrorism.
Hold on, Lucifer, relax. What do you mean by wiped off the map?
What I mean to say is that there should be no Palestine or Gaza.
So are you talking about a group of people should be murdered?
Totally. If they are harboring terrorists, they deserve to die.
Nah. We ain't doing that, bro. We ain't doing that. I'm not advocating any calls for death to Jewish people nor Palestinian people. We ain't doing that shit here. Get the fuck out of here. Doc Adams, welcome to the stage, man. How's it going, brother?
Great. Just a callback, I don't see any mention of this Abdul Ibrahim, 10 years old, in Jerusalem. I'm going to keep looking, but I don't see it.
Okay.
But keep going.
Yeah, Doc Adams, welcome to the stage, brother. Israel versus Palestine, justified or just overkill? Oh, we can't hear you, man, if you're speaking.
Hear me now?
Doc Adams. Okay, there we go. Yep, we can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, it's absolutely justified. I think that, there's going to be people that are going to bellyache and gripe from other countries in Europe, from other places around the world whose tax dollars don't have a dog in this fight. They don't have a single blood relative that lives in those areas, ever been to those regions. But, they want to have the loudest to say, and those are usually the people that have no purpose, right? It's deeply disturbing at how much of a contrast there is between reasonable people that hold a certain sense of apprehension for supporting Israel and people who have committed themselves in their everyday, their every being, and quite frankly, their only existence on this app to antagonize and be belligerent to people who are from and live in this region. So, one of the things I respect about you, Sig, is we can be on opposite sides of opinion. But at the end of the day, we can walk away from the argument having respect for each other as men, understanding that we have a greater purpose beyond this bullshit, fake outrage argument on the internet. And we both have duties, responsibilities, and a purpose outside of being here bitching and moaning towards no solutions. It's very sad. From what, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning until what? Now it's almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon in some other places, almost 4. How many people have actually spent time going out doing things in the community? I know you're productive, Sig, but the rest of these people, I know Norm is productive. I know quite a few other people that are productive. But every time I come onto this app and I listen to this conversation,